Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. You know it's your girl Gillette and I'm here with a story time. Guys, don't mind this that I'm wearing. It's a little bit chilly. I'm in Manchester and it's been raining from yesterday, so it's been really chilly. It's actually cold. To me it's cold because I'm home alone. So guys, I just decided that I might just give you a little story time. I want to tell you how God had opened doors for me. Um, God has opened doors for me just when I started traveling. Okay, guys, so where I was living at the time, before I get into this story, guys, please remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the post notification bell. As soon as I drop another video, then you'll be the first to be notified. Remember to tell a friend to tell a friend. Yeah guys, so let's get into the story. I'm covering my legs guys because it's really chilly. It is cold. Yeah guys, so just to let you know how awesome God is, and when you put your trust in God, when you believe in him, then you will realize that he always comes through for you. Okay guys, so I was living in St. Elizabeth at the time when God had opened this door for me to start traveling. So guys, I remember I had my two daughters at the time. They were very small. My oldest daughter, she was in grade 6. Yeah, she was in grade 6. Was just about to sit her at the time. At that time, it was GSAT, not it wasn't PEP. At the time, it was GSAT that they would sit to go to high school. And guys, things was very rough with me. Very rough. I wasn't getting anything from their dad to like maintenance or anything from him, so it was just me alone. At the time I was a hairdresser because that's my profession, so I used to work at a salon doing hair. I used to mostly do braids. So guys, things was really rough with me. I had rent to pay and all that, bills, other bills. For them to go to school, they have to take one taxi back and forth to school. So you know what it's like when you have two kids going to school, going to primary school at that. And you don't know, sometimes you don't even know how they're going to get to school. But guys, God is just so awesome. One day, I remember I was at home. First of all, I grew up in church, right? I grew up with my grandmother, and growing up with your grandmother, you have, even if you don't go to the adult church, you have to go to Sunday school. So my grandmother would get us ready every morning to go to Sunday school. Anyway, guys, growing up, I was so ungodly. Even though I grew up in church, but I was ungodly. Anywhere the party is, I would find it. Curse, bad words, you name it. That was me. Thank God for salvation. Thank God that God had changed me from all those, bad things. But guys, yeah, my daughters, I never really used to send them to church, but where we were living, there was a new church building like right across the road from where I was living at the time. And I remember my daughters said to me, they hear the church going on and they wanted to go there. So they said to me, Mommy, can I go to church? And like a voice said to me, get them dressed and let them go. And anyway, I said yes. And I sent them to go take a bath, get them dressed, and they went across the road to the church. Because where I was living, I could stay at my house looking in the church. It had just started, so they just used like board and stuff around it. Because there wasn't a building, a structure there. It was just board. So anyway, guys, I remember I was there one day, and that Sunday when they asked me if they can go to church, a voice said to me, "Yeah, get them ready and send them to church." So anyway, I get them ready and I send them to church. And I was at home, and like a voice said to me, and at that time I had like a big tape, those stereo tape thing that used to play. Um, you could play cassette, yeah, those cassette tape. And I remember I had a lot of cassette tape, mostly Christian cassette, gospel. And I remember um, I started playing one of them. And I remember I was there and I was talking to God, and I said, God, if you just open a door for these kids, because these are my two kids, my two girls, I love them, world without end. They are my only kids at the time, and I really love them. So I wanted better for them. I didn't want for them to come up and be struggling the way I was struggling. I wanted them to get a good education. So anyway, I said to God, God, if you just open this, or just open a door for these kids, and make God a promise that day. I said, God, I would serve you for the rest of my life. You guys, so I was there just saying that, not knowing that God was really listening to me, and God was going to open that door for me. And I was there just playing my music, singing, cooking until they get back from church. And it ran off maybe about a month after that. I remember I had was to move from where I was living because my landlord was so disgusting. He would start to curse everybody in the yard, especially when it coming up to closer to when the rent is due. He would curse his wife, he cursed his family, he cursed everybody in the yard. And I just couldn't deal with that anymore. I didn't want my kids to be growing up like in that environment anyway. So anyway, I decided that I was gonna move. So right there and then, God had provide somewhere for me to move far away from that place. And God allowed me to move. And guys, 1 week after moving, I remember I received a call from one of my girlfriend. We used to work together in Kingston. When I was living in Kingston, we used to work together. So it so happened that my girlfriend called me just out of the blues. I didn't even know that she had my number. She still have my number because we were very close. People used to think that we were sisters because of the way both of us look alike, like we're sisters. So she called me one day and she said, guess where I'm calling from? And I said, where? She said, I'm calling from Guantanamo Bay. I said, I didn't know that there was a place named Guantanamo Bay. So she said, yes. She said, anyway, may I try work up a job for you? Are you interested? I said, what? Of course. The exact word that I said to her was, send on. Of course I'm interested. Anyway, she said to me, expect a call from ministry. Um, like she would say, she said, expect a call from ministry on Thursday. Yeah, on Thursday. So anyway, she called me like, I think it was a Tuesday she called me, and she said, expect a call from ministry Thursday. So I still didn't even believe. To be honest, guys, I did not believe. Because I was thinking that, this is too good to be true. Anyway, guys, I was going to work the morning. I hear my phone ring. When my phone ring, there was this one lady on the phone saying that they're calling from ministry, and if I am so and so. So I said yes. They said, do you know about a job in Guantanamo Bay? Guys, I didn't really know that much about any job in Guantanamo Bay except for what my friend said to me. So I tell them yes, because I said this opportunity, I'm not gonna let it go. So anyway, guys, I remember I um I said to them, yes, I do. They said, can you come in tomorrow for an interview? So I said, okay, yes, I can. They wanted me to come the same day that they called me. The Thursday, I said, no, I won't be able to come today because first I'm living far, because that is in Kingston. You have to go into Kingston to for that interview. So I said, I'm living all the way in St. Elizabeth, so I won't be able to get there today. They said, can you come tomorrow? So I said, yes, I'll be able to come tomorrow. So anyway, guys, first thing, I didn't have any money to go. I I didn't even have clothes to wear. I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't even have clothes to wear. Luckily, my mom, both of us was almost like the same size. She was probably just a little bit bigger than me in body. And I know I remember I found something to wear, like a skirt, but I had was to borrow a blouse from my mom to wear. That was just how rough things was with me at the time. And anyway, I went in for the interview. After I went in for the interview, guys, I remember going there and got the interview. You know, from St. Elizabeth to Kingston is very far, and you have to depend on bus. So I remember, guys, I had was to take a bus to there and take a bus. So as soon as I finished out of that interview, I board a bus and I head back down because they said, okay, they will call to let us know who got you or from who don't get you. It was quite a number of us. So after coming down, coming back to St. Elizabeth, by the time I could step in, because I didn't even go to my house because my kids were staying at my mom's house. So by the time I actually just stepped into my mother's house. My phone rang. Anyway, guys, after the phone rang, it was the gentleman that did the interview. He's a white man. And I remember he said to me, he wanted to see me again because based on what my friend told him, he didn't see that in me when he interviewed me. So he have to make a decision by tomorrow. Sorry, so he said he have to make a decision by tomorrow. So he need to see me again. I said at this time, guys, I reach home maybe about 5, 6 o'clock. Yeah, guys. So he said he have to see me tonight. So I'm like, geez, what am I going to do? At the time, I wasn't driving. I didn't have a car or anything like that. Guys, I have no money except I had maybe about $1,000, and it wasn't mine. It was my mom's because I didn't have any money. She was the only one who had like $1,000. She said to me, "I have $1,000," and guys, I remember I went up back on the road to at the bus stop. There was bus and taxis that were parked there. And I said, guys, I can't take a bus back into Kingston because I would have to go into Kingston, go downtown, and then take something from downtown to New Kingston because that's where he was staying at one hotel. So he said he have to see me tonight in order to make that decision. And I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Anyway, when God is opening doors for you guys, nobody can close that door. Nobody can close that door. So guys, get back to this story. When I went into in the when I leave my mom's house, went back to the bus terminal, the bus stand, wherever, where both bus and taxi were there. I remember I said this guy, and the guy said to me, "Where are you going?" And I said, sir, I want to go into Kingston, but guess what? I have to get back to Kingston tonight because I explained to him and I tell him I'm getting an opportunity to go overseas to work and whatever, whatever. Anyway, he said to me, "Don't worry yourself, man. Me work with you." Remember, and this guy is just somebody who load bus. He load taxi. He don't have a car for himself. He take me to this taxi man, and he explained to the taxi man. The taxi man charged me $3,000 to take me up there and to take me back. That was in 2002. At this time, like now, you could never think of paying that amount of money. You'd have to come up with a couple over maybe 15, $16,000. So anyway, I said to the guy, I said, to be honest, all I have on me is $1,000. He said to me, "Don't worry yourself, I'll take you." And would you believe me that that guy, I think that it was just God who speak to that young man. That young man took me to Kingston for the $1,000. But it just so happened that when God, as I said to you guys, when God is opening door for you, nobody can close that door. Because when he took me there and he parked in the parking lot, lay down in his car and wait until I was finished. I wait until I went in. I saw the gentleman. We talked. We were there for maybe about a half an hour. We talked and we came and I came back. He was out there waiting on me. He didn't leave. And it just so happened that when I told the gentleman what happened and I told him I said I didn't have any money or anything like that, he decided that okay, he was gonna give me some money to pay the taxi man and maybe to send my kids to school for the next day or so on. So anyway, guys, he gave me the money and I was able to pay the gentleman the $3,000 that he charged me. And not only that, he waited on me. Guys, when I got home that night, it was after 1 that I got home that night. So when I went up there, the gentleman said to me, don't worry yourself, you got the job. And I was so happy because I said, I remember I prayed to God about this job. I didn't even know that God was going to open this door for me, guys. I didn't even know. I just asked him, I said, if you open a door for my girls, for my 2 daughters, I said, I'll serve you for the rest of my life. So guys, I'm going to stop right here. So what I want you to do, if you want to hear part 2 of this story, comment down below and let me know if you want to hear part 2 of this story. And then I'll tell you the rest of the story about how someone had tried to stop me from going. That was the enemy, but God came through for me again. So yeah, guys, comment down below and let me know if you want to hear part 2 of this story. It's a bit long, so I might do part 2 and part 3. I'm not sure. Let's see if I can wrap up everything in part 2. But if you want to hear part 2 of this story, guys, comment down below and let me know if you want to hear part 2 of my story. So guys, thanks for watching. Please remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that post notification bell. So as soon as I drop another video, then you'll be the first to be notified. Thanks to all my new subscribers and to all my subscribers that have been with me from the beginning. Have been treading this journey with me. Thanks a million. Guys, I'm on my way to at least 500 subscribers, so help me to get there, please. So guys, have a blessed day and remember it is wet outside, so make sure you're inside and you're dry. Have a blessed day, guys.